Joining us now is Democratic Congressman Steve Cohen of Tennessee. Congressman, good to have you here. This vote by the full House is expected on Wednesday. Can you say with 100% confidence that it will happen that day? And how are you feeling about it right now?
Well, I guess 95% confidence. There's always a chance something could happen, but that's the plan. And I feel very confident that it will have sufficient votes to pass and he will be impeached.
Impeachment has put pressure on Democrats in pro-Trump districts, as we were just discussing with Jeff. And yesterday we learned that New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew is planning to switch parties and actually become a Republican. News that was welcomed by House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy. Listen to this.
I want to tell Jeff Van Drew that he is welcome in the Republican Party, not just by me, but by our conference, and we would support him, and we would welcome him to join. And any of your viewers out there who are independents or Democrats who are frustrated with what's happening with the rule of law, they are welcome to join us.
If no Republicans break with their party and at least a couple of Democrats do, are you prepared for a scenario where the only show of bipartisanship on this issue is a vote against impeaching the president?
Well, the first person to try to be bipartisan was Justin Amass, and you saw what happened to Justin. He was a Republican, and he said he was going to be for impeaching Trump. They kicked him out of the caucus, and they stripped him of his committee positions. So that scared, I think, some of the Republicans, even the ones not running for re-election, because they've got another year to remain in that caucus, and that would hurt their potential to help their districts in the next year. I think Jeff Van Drew is making a serious mistake. I understand that he feels if he votes against impeachment, he'll lose in a Democratic primary. He could. But, you know, he got elected with Democratic votes under a Democratic banner, which he ran under for 30 years or so. I think he was a senator and a mayor and a representative and all. And he got Democratic money, including Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee money. And to turn and go to be a Republican, it's kind of strange. It's kind of, you know, I've heard of rats jumping off a sinking ship, but very few of them jump onto a sinking ship. The Republicans are in the minority. For his district, instead of having a congressman who's in the majority and can get something done for his district, they're going to have a congressman in the minority who can't get anything done. The lowest thing that there is in the Congress is somebody in the minority side who was a traitor to the majority. So
let me ask
this
you,
is not good for his district.
Beyond Van Drew and putting him aside, I mean, he may not be the only person who votes no on impeachment. As you know, there were two Democrats previously who voted against even doing the impeachment inquiry. So again, same question. If the only bipartisan vote on impeachment is against impeachment, are you prepared for that?
I'm prepared for it, but I think what that says is how bad the Republicans have become, that they can't recognize what are simple facts that the president's admitted to, that he asked a foreign power to get involved in our elections. That is simply verboten. It's wrong. He sacrificed our national security for his personal interest, and he's jeopardized our elections. He betrayed his oath. That's a fact, and they continue to deny him, but that's a fact, and the public knows it. And so the shocking thing is that there isn't any bipartisanship. There's several people retiring who you'd think would want to at least be in the history books as being somebody who saw this president for what he is, and he's going to be seen in the future as a corrupt president, because that's what he is, lying Donald. He's told more lies than any president in history, of any human being in history, and he can't even be on a charitable board, $2 million fine in New York State for having disregarded his oath and duty to abide by his trust in a proper fashion.
Regarding
he took
the
money
Trump
from a charity.
Foundation. Let me ask you, though, because
he took money for business.
The president's approval rating is actually going up, according to this latest Fox News poll, compared to, you know, the month before. The approval rating is also higher than Congress's approval rating. How do you explain that?
Well, I think the reason it's a little higher is because the stock market's up to a high spot, and the market's gone up, and I've been amazed it's continued to go up. But if he can get the China deals, tariff deals done, it'll help him. It'll help the market. But the market, I think, is at a sugar high and has been at a sugar high, and it's going to, I think, come down. But that's why his numbers are up, is because of the stock market, and certainly not for anything else.
Let's look ahead to the Senate trial. This morning, the chairman of your committee, Jerry Nadler, blasted Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell for coordinating with the White House when it comes to the Senate trial. Let's listen.
The Constitution prescribes a special oath for the senators when they sit as a trial in impeachment. They have to pledge to do impartial justice. And here you have the majority leader of the Senate, in effect the foreman of the jury, saying he's going to work hand in glove with the defense attorney. That's a violation of the oath that they're about to take, and it's a complete subversion of the constitutional scheme.
Now, Congressman, in the Clinton impeachment, Tom Daschle, who was the Democratic leader in the Senate at the time, said his staff was in constant coordination with senior White House officials. Is this different?
I've heard that, but I haven't read that, so I'm not sure. I've seen people say that that wasn't accurate, and what they could coordinate it on was simply some kind of timing. But Clinton did cooperate with the House in the impeachment inquiry, which Trump didn't. And I'm not sure what the connections are with Daschle and McConnell, but what the Republicans are saying, and Lindsey Graham's saying in the front end, is it's going to be dismissed immediately. There's not going to be a conviction. It's going to be over and done quick. They're not even giving a fig leaf to justice. And they're basically saying, we've got the votes, and we're going to stick together. I guess Mitt Romney's the only hope for an independent voice over there. We'll see what Senator Romney does. But the facts are clear. He has violated his oath of office, and he has jeopardized the election, and it's an ongoing enterprise.
But what if he keeps doing it? What if he keeps doing it? If he is acquitted in the Senate after being impeached in the House, what are Democrats going to do?
Well, I hope we just, I hope we get together our convention and come up with the best nominee that can win, and we get together, put our shoulders together, and support our nominee, and don't get lost on any rabbit trails voting for any Jill Steins or Gary Johnsons, and we vote for the Democrat knowing how important it is for the future of our country, the future of the rule of law and democracy, which it is. This is a seminal election.
Okay, Congressman Steve Cohen, I really appreciate you joining us. Thank you, and good luck in the week
ahead. You're
ahead.
welcome.